next guest is one of the most high-profile Hmong fashion and runway models in the business. And I love this, is the first Hmong model to be featured in Times Square. Please welcome Tsai Thao, everybody. Hi! It's an honor to have you on the show. I'm so glad that you're here. Can I just start off right away? What does it feel like for you? And you know what I'm going to ask you. What does it feel like that your face, your being, your image is projected on a legendary space like Times Square?
You know, it is definitely a great feeling, and you know, there's something so beautiful about being seen and being represented culturally on the big screen.
Yeah.
You know, especially for us Hmong people. And when I look at myself up there, it isn't just me that I'm seeing, but I'm seeing Hmong girls all over the world. I am seeing models of color. I'm seeing models who look like me but are not represented in the mainstream.
Yes. Clap loudly for that, because you want to see individuals, you want to see folks that look like you, that share your background, represented in pictures and catalogs. And I mean, I remember when Target started, God forbid, putting models in their catalog, what am I, 80? But putting images of models that weren't size, 0.
Real people.
Real
right?
people, imagine that.
It's who we want to represent, real people.
Yeah. And I would imagine that since then, you probably hear from people in your community. What does that feel like to get that love and that like, go girl? Yeah. Right.
You know, that like the love that I get from the community is such. To me, it's inspiring. It's inspiring, and it makes me want to continue this. It makes me want to do this, not just for me, for like the Hmong people. It makes me want to do this for my family. It makes me want to do this for all the, models in the community who doesn't feel represented, and for the Hmong girls who, want to pursue a career in the modeling industry but don't know how to.
Because you know what it does? I think even just being on a show like ours, it makes a little girl watching feel like I can do that. It gets rid of boundaries that people put in their own head. Oh, I can do that. I can walk in that runway. Okay, now maybe not everyone can do this, but
it definitely takes practice.
Not everybody can pull that off like you. What are we looking at? What was this for, Tsai? Was this for a campaign?
You know what? So this outfit was the winning outfit for a fashion design competition here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And the fashion show was called the Gold Purple Fashion Show, and this was inspired by the Prince the musician. Yeah, and the winner, the fashion designer who made this outfit is Leslie Lee. She is a great person. I worked with her, throughout these past years, and this was the winning photo from last year.
Did you always want to do this?
I
always like talking to people about their dream and where it started.
Yes. I've always wanted to be a model. I would remember I would watch like America's Next Top Model, and I would, would be
There's
watching.
Tyra.
Exactly, Tyra Banks. I love you so much. Yeah, and I would, practice like runway walking in the hallway. I would pretend that was my audience. The hallway is your runway.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, and I would also practice posing in the mirror, and I would pretend to myself that I'm sitting on the TV show getting interviewed.
And here we are. Yeah, here we are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then you know what? I decided to sign up for a modeling agency, and it took off from there.
Because you're from St. Paul, right?
I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota. Small town girl.
We love it. Oh,
yes.
we love when we can claim a Minnesotan. We do, even if the people walk through Minnesota, we're like, we claim them, we're proud of them anyway. Forget Times Square for a second. I want to break it down a little further. What was it like, you talk to people that hear themselves on the radio for the first time. What was it like when you saw yourself reflected back in a publication? I don't know what was your first kind of big gig? Do you remember?
Yeah, my first kind of big gig was actually in New York Fashion Week. I walked for New York Fashion Week, and this is going to be
that is a hell of a first gig!
Yeah. Oh, sorry. The first gig was years ago, but my first big debut was definitely New York Fashion Week. Yeah, New York Fashion Week, and I was in a room. There's 200, 300 girls in a room all together, and only 50 girls get to go through, chosen by the designers, and I was one of them, and it felt amazing because I was the only girl of color in the room and the only model standing at 5'3", while everyone else was 5'8". Yes.
Really?
Yes, yes.
So they literally, because Lord knows we will never experience that. So do they literally look at you, Tsai, and they go, you? How does that work?
Yeah, no, they literally look at me and they thought, I don't think she's supposed to be in this room. She's a little small. But then, you know what? I told them, this is what I wanted. And they were like, all right, show us what you got. And I showed them what I got. And they're like, all right, you're in. We like you. We like your attitude. We like your personality.
Oh, let me be clear. You were supposed to be in that room. You were supposed to be in that room.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Will you please come back?
Yes.
Come back and see us anytime.
Yes,
I don't care what
exactly.
you do. You're part of our family
anytime,
now.
Jason.
Done. Give it up. Give it up for Tsai, everybody. Follow her on socials. I am Tsai. And on Instagram, the H Modern Girl. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everyone. Thank you so much. That was great. Why were you there?